Well, a very good afternoon. The wind has certainly picked up. It's whipping across the airfield here at Blyton Motorsport Park. Over here in Lincolnshire, we are live for the Colin Ellmore Memorial Rally, sponsored by Rallying is Life, and we're all set to go for stage 5. We're just waiting for a few last-minute alterations. As you can see, the cars are all lining up on the start line. Jamie McBain's giant killing Peugeot sat there behind James Garner. Got Phil Burton's Subaru Impreza just behind him as well. But yeah, we are not far off going live. Last few course cars and bits and bobs just making their way off the circuit now, off the track, and we will be with you very shortly. Bit of a slow turnaround, I have to say, between the stages. It could do with being a bit more efficient, but the guys here working hard to ensure that the event runs as smoothly as possible, and I know they are pulling out all the stops. Right then, so thank you very much for joining us on both platforms. As I mentioned earlier on in the streams and in the live shows today, we always give a special stage Rallying is Life woolly hat away, certainly this year, for one lucky viewer throughout the day. So any of the live streams throughout the day, join us, put your details into the chat, let us know who you are, where you're watching, what you're having for tea, what your pet's name is, all sorts. Let us know what you're doing today, basically, and where you're watching from. You will automatically be entered into our prize draw to win the special stage hat. But not content with that, that's not enough. This event is sponsored by Rallying is Life. It's the Colin Ellmore Memorial Rally. Dan Ellmore, it's his father who sadly passed away then, is sponsoring the event, and we wanted to do something a little bit special this weekend. So every live stage that we cover today, we are giving away Rallying is Life goodies. All you need to do, like I say, comment on the chat, comment on every single live stream you watch today, whether it's YouTube or Facebook. And in fact, if you go to YouTube and comment and then go to Facebook and comment, watch both streams, there's a chance you might be in prize draw twice, eh? You never know. But yeah, join us all throughout the day, and we will be choosing a different person for each of the stages to give away some goodies to as the day unfolds. And at the end of the day, we'll toss everything up and send it all out. Producer Wayne has had to remortgage the house so that he can pay for all the postage charges, but we'll sort it, don't worry. We'll get everything out to you in the post. So, yes, Mark says it looks windy. It's picked up, the breeze has definitely picked up. It's whipping across the airfield a little bit more. The sun's just disappeared for a moment. I'm hoping that's not a sign of things to come. It does look a bit cloudier in the distance, but fingers crossed. We're halfway through the rally anyway. So a big shout out to Scott Morris, Lee Learmonth, Roy Brown, Mark Ashworth, Danny McCormick and Clive Mellowish, who are all tuning in at the moment on special stage, amongst others as well. Adam Clayton is sneaked in at the top there, I didn't see him, amongst others as well. So thank you very much for everyone joining on the live streams on Facebook. Likewise, everybody on YouTube. Let's bring you up to date with what is going on, and what I'm going to do is I'll give you a class rundown first of all, and then I'll give you a little bit of an overall as well. But 4 stages into the event, almost halfway then. Class F is being led by Jonathan Hudson and Tom Worrell, car 22, with a time of 14:40. Second in that class, John Bray, Darren Stiles in the MG. Trying to make sure I get it all on one screen so I can see everything. And James Palmer-Smith and David Palmer-Smith following suit in the with a 15:56. Jonathan, who leads in the class, is currently 20th overall. Moving into Class E then, 1600s. This is Rob Kasner, Graham Stevenson's lead in the minute, 14th overall with a 13:55. Stephen Hall, Luke Palmer in second currently, 14:46, so 50 seconds behind that. And then Robert Locke and Richard Locke, they are 15:03. Moving into Class D then, so Jamie McBain, Keelan Watkins, we mentioned earlier, setting a great pace this morning and looking to continue that into the afternoon, leading the Class D, currently third overall in the 2 litre class in the front wheel drive Peugeot 205. Car number 6 he is, but he's running, I think he's running 3rd or 4th on the road as well now, so keep your eye on him pushing hard. Martin Hodgson and Tony Jones just behind, second in class, D, 13.25, and then Steve Grundy, round out the podium in Class D with a 13.48. Okay, moving up to Class C then. James Garner leads the way in Class C with Martin Young alongside. First time Martin's been back out in a rally car for a long time. Currently 9th overall, and setting a time after 4 stages of 13 minutes 43 seconds. Stuart Tomlinson, Ross Hammond are second in class, 14 minutes 40. And just behind them, actually, only 3 seconds behind the second place spot, Gary Dixon, David Baines, 23rd overall on a 14.43 and third in class. Okay then, moving into the, moving into Class B. Philip Burton, Katie Burton, car number 8, and they are leading the way with a 13.22. Craig Pennington just 8 seconds back, 13.30, and then Martin Farrar in the Subaru Impreza, 13.34. So tight at the top of Class B, just 12 seconds separating those three, and then up to the quickest of the classes. John Stone, Alex Stone lead the event overall, taking actually 2 seconds back from John Griffiths and Emma Morrison, who took 2 out of them on the previous stage. So back to 6 seconds is the lead, going into sort of the second half of the rally, certainly. Long way to go, though. 12 minutes 32 seconds for John and Alex, 12.38 for John Griffiths and Emma Morrison. And then it's a further 1 minute and 2 seconds back to Nigel Wetton and Louise Wetton, which is a great performance, to be fair, considering it's the first time out in the car and they're really getting used to it. And looking at the way they are driving and the way they're performing today, they are really getting stuck in, and it's great to see that Peugeot, one of the best looking cars here today. Fantastic looking car, really stunning looking colours down the side of it, and being driven really well as well. So great to see Nige settling into Sexy Rexy 3. So just a very quick rundown of overall positions then, just so you're all on the same page. John Stone, Alex Stone leading the way, car number 2. John Griffiths, Emma Morrison, car number 1. Like I say, just 6 seconds back. Jamie McBain, Keelan Watkins in that 205, car number 6. They're in 3rd place. Phil Burton, Katie Burton in 4th in the Subaru. Martin Hodgson, first of the Escorts, car number 10 in 5th place. Just 3 seconds behind Phil Burton. Craig Pennington in the Porsche GT3. I know he's labelled as a Mitsubishi on the entry list, but he's not. He's in a Porsche GT3 today, which is great to see. And it spent most of the day driving sideways. So prepare for more of that as we wait for the cars to come through this section of the stage. It's a fast approach, long sweeping right hand bend into a very tight hairpin left, and then a sneaky little left right chicane afterwards as well, with a bump on the inside. James Garner is in 9th with Martin Young alongside, and then rounding out the top 10 then is Ian Barkley and Sue Plater. Okay, so still waiting for the course cars to just finish up and leave the stage. The clerk of the course is just making his way around. I think he's got to be on his last lap now. I think he's on more laps than most of these competitors today, the clerk of the course. But yeah, he's on his way to the finish, I think. What's that I hear you say? Where's Mr. Woodford? Well, let me tell you, he's doing all right, actually, to be fair. I think it's because Mason's in the car. It can only be the reason, can't it? There's nothing else for it. It's got to be Mason that's making this happen for Paul today. 37th overall, 7th in Class C. Paul Woodford, Mason Woodford. So a time of 15.43 for the 4 stages. Going well as well. The ever ambitious and exciting to watch Mr. Woodford. Now that Dave Atterwell's retired and Mark Watkins, and they're probably going to be parked up in service, watching, thinking, I know what Mr. Woodford's like. Mark Watkins took took the navigator's seat when we went to rally rides back at the beginning of this year, and we all had a go at driving a rally car. Mr. Woodford destroyed the scenery and took most of the rally stage home with him under the wheel arches of a Subaru Impreza. They were still collecting the tyres and the debris from the fields around the rally school for weeks later. But I'm surprised there's still cones and stuff here already. We shall see as the day goes on. He's been very neat and tidy today. It's been good to watch. That'll be Mason grilling him in the car, telling him not to do anything stupid. It's important. Mason's got to get his first event and first finish, hasn't he? So we know that can't happen for Paul now. We all saw what happened at Cadwell, although it was his return to rallying, wasn't it? But anyway, special stage presenter and all-round good guy, Mr. Woodford, is doing the business here. He's currently 37th overall and going really well, which is great to see. Okie dokie. Good afternoon to Keith Anglesey. Sambo Collis is watching. Adam Clayton. Oh God, that Sambo, that I can, from here I feel bad for you. I can only imagine what state you lot were in last night. Robbo's summer party happened last night. I don't know where our invite was, but I'm half glad it wasn't in the post to us. I'm not so sure that would have been a good idea. Flipping Nora. Right, well, Sambo, RIP to your insides. I hope you're all right. Mark Draper is watching from the garden in York, not too far away, about an hour and a half up the road, and hopefully we'll be able to bring you some action very soon. Dave Bonning, afternoon from a rainy Herefordshire. It sounds to me like the west side of the country is getting a battering at the minute, and looking across the sky now, I wouldn't be surprised if we're not too far off rain. I seem to be able to see it in the distance. That's going to catch us out because I've got no coat or anything with me for this. Oh my God, it's going to be a wet one. Jason Price going to lose a couple of stages later at this rate. Yeah, we suspect as much as well, to be honest with you. Just taking a long time to get things sorted. Got to make everything correct and make sure everything's safe and is done properly. So hopefully we get up and running very soon. The schedule is a long way out at the minute, so it does look a bit like that. Afternoon from a cloudy Settle in North Yorkshire. Jonathan Mounsey, thank you very much, Jonathan. We were in Settle the other week. I was on my way back from Northumberland, and we came cross country and we stopped at Aysgarth Falls and had a little wander around there. Love it. And there's hardly any water at Aysgarth. I couldn't believe it when I got there. The times I've been up there and there's been so much. This time hardly anything, but still beautiful part of the world. If you're ever around there, you've always got to visit the Wensleydale Creamery as well. Got to be done. So yeah, lovely part of the world. Settle. We actually stopped for tea in a Settle as well. It was really nice. Thank you. Keith Anglesey says, great coverage. Thanks, Phil. Yeah, I appreciate that. That's very kind. Watching this from the service area with Dean, George hovering over my shoulder. Paul, we can probably wave at you actually, Paul. We're only across the service park. You're just, I can see the van. you're probably just over there. I need my binoculars out of my bag, which I've got with me actually. I could sit here looking through my binoculars, trying to spot you. John Cope, it's raining in Lancashire now. Oh no, it's coming this way. I can see it in the distance. We're all going to get wet. I've got a feeling it's certainly going to spice things up around Blighton this afternoon. We were saying this morning how tricky this place would be when the heavens open. It'll be a grim place as well. It won't be a nice place to be when the heavens open later. If they open later, they won't, obviously. Right, binoculars are out. I'm looking for you, Mr. McGretton. I can't see you. Where are you? There'll be people around the area going, what the heck's he doing with that microphone and a pair of binoculars? Bird watching, obviously. Julie Larkins is watching. I suspect husband Kev's there as well. So a big hello to Mr. Larkins as well as Julie. Long time no see. We promised to catch up at some point this year and we haven't had one yet. We need one, so I'll be in touch very soon. I was actually thinking about it the other week. We need a catch up. So I hope you're doing well over in Northamptonshire and you're keeping Corby on the straight and narrow. I've not heard of any Budweiser shortages, so obviously the supply and demand is still okay over that way. He is waving. He's by the slicks truck. Where's the slicks truck? Oh, it's there. Yeah, I thought I was looking in the right place. Right, the binoculars are back up again then. I can see him. I can see you. Loitering. You're not looking in the right direction. That's not me up there. 45 to the right, please, Paul. 45 degrees to the right. There you are. Yeah, he's got us. The things we do when there's no rally cars around. Hey, dear. Michael Callow now watching from a very wet Isle of Man. So it's done its usual and rained in the Isle of Man. Nothing new there then. Stu Mod says hi. Will Atkins has joined us. Hi, Will. Good run out last weekend on the Woodpecker. At least you were in the car and not out of it. Could have been coming and stood with me for a few hours. You'd never go rallying again. Awful conditions last week on the Woodpecker stages up at the top of Havern Forest. The rain just seemed to be everywhere. Anyone watching my footage last weekend, I can only apologise. It was one of the toughest days I'd had. Just rain straight down the camera lens all day, and I couldn't hide from it. I couldn't do anything about it. The umbrellas, I had 2 umbrellas up over all the Starlink and all the gear, trying to keep everything dry, and it was just torturous trying to ensure everything worked and everything kept dry and that you guys could see what was going on. Producer Wayne did a decent job of trying to mask most of my problems as well, so a good job done by Wayne there. Owen Pritchard says, good luck Paul and Mason, have fun. They certainly are doing, or it looks like it from the outside. I'm hoping Mason's giving Paul hell in the car. I'm really hoping he's telling him to listen and do as I say, and I want him to boss him around, because I reckon Paul will give it him back a bit when he's out the car, but he can't today. He's got to listen. He's got no choice. So we can only be minutes at the most away from the start of stage 5. Of course, cars are still on stage. I'm not sure what the problems are. The setup van's moving some signage around, and it's all taking a long time. Let's have a little flick over to YouTube and see what's happening on our live stream on the YouTube channel. As I say, you can watch us on Facebook or YouTube throughout the day. Make sure you comment on either or both of the streams to be in with a chance of winning the Rallying is Life hat, and also other goodies as well, which we'll be giving out after the event today for each of the stages. So make sure you drop us a message and we'll do our best. So let's have a little look here. Dave Cram says, we've had a bit of rain here in Leicestershire, so we've sent it your way. Well, I'm not appreciating that, Dave. Not happy about that whatsoever. Please take it back. John says, I love rally. Droffel had a thunderstorm here. Can't wait to get back out on an event. Should be doing the Dean in November. Dave Owen says, heavy rain here in Cheshire. Well, as long as it stopped raining in Cheshire for when I get back to Cheshire later, that'll be great. Special stage rally review says, dry and warm here. Cars are lined up, ready to start soon. Oh, geez, the only person watching who's actually here, and he's got it wrong. Stick to just peeing on the camera, please, today. Nicky Linden, afternoon all. Right, I'm going to see my mate who's going to join me at the pub. Get us a beer in, will you, Droffel? Still need to go to a rally in person. Just can't bring myself to do it after what happened to die across the road from my driveway in May. Yeah, that's it was a tough thing, and it's part of the sport, unfortunately. It's one of the the reasons that everyone goes rallying is the excitement levels of it, and the way, the way it makes you feel when you're in the car. You have to look at James Williams and the inspiration he's sort of been given, and also that he's taken from what happened. It's really, really tough on everyone, and my heart goes out to everyone who suffers in motorsport. But that's the buzz it brings you back, doesn't it? That's if it wasn't dangerous, we wouldn't do it. It's not as fun, is it? So, yeah, a horrible thing. Come out and enjoy an event like this. The Circuit Championship is a great place to go and enjoy a bit of motorsport, a bit of sounds of engines, and the sounds of skidding cars, rubber sort of wearing away on tarmac, and the smell of the exhaust and the fuel and things like that. It's a great, gives you a good buzz when you're here, and if that's what you need to get back into the sport, then you should do it. Everything weird, come on down to one of the events, something like this today at Blyton, or one of the Circuit Round Championships, or if you fancy braving the Welsh Forests or something like that, the Cambrian towards the end of the year, the RAC. Accidents happen in this sport, but something serious is few and far between, and that shouldn't put you off. Honestly, it's good to get back into it. Steva 30, 5 a.m. in the US. Good morning. Morning, Steva. Thank you very much. Cheers for tuning in. Welcome along. That is dedication. Is it birthday today, Steva? It says B-Day fun in the morning, unless you're on about washing your bum. That's a B-Day as well, isn't it? It could be a really good day or a really rubbish day. I need more information on that one. No, it's birthday. 57 going on 30. Right, got you. That's all right. I've realised what was going on now. I thought you were just going to spend the day washing your bum or something. Right, got you. We need cars, don't we? We need cars. Shut up, Phil. Just got home in time to watch the rallying. Having a bit of lunch. Big thunderstorm here in Cheadle, Staffordshire. I feel like this might be coming our way. Droffel says, what am I drinking? Rainwater in about 10 minutes time by the looks of things. We're not going to have any choice in it. Oh, what should we have a drink of? What have we got in the van? Nothing, have we? We're going to have to stop on the way home. Not you can't, obviously, you don't condone that by any means, but I'm a passenger, so I can. Producer Wayne took a trip to the Eiffel Rally a few months ago, or a couple of months ago, and brought me back some lovely Belgian beers to sample. We sampled one or two when we were at Rally Ypres earlier in the year, but we have a few more to sample now, so I'm looking forward to getting home and having a couple of those. I'll have to see if the wife can put a few in the fridge for me for the journey. Mind you, I'll probably be asleep when I get home anyway. So, course cars, I'm pleased to say, are leaving the stage, and first car is into stage. Come on, right, here we go, we're back rallying. Okie dokie, that's the noise I wanted to hear. If you can hear, by the way, a lot of engine noise, I mentioned it earlier, there's an auto grass circuit just over the hill here from us, and it sounds and looks fantastic. Just, it's a shame we can't see it, otherwise we could have brought you live autographs as well. But anyway, we are now up and running with the rally. John Griffiths, Emma Morrison blast into stage 5, as does John Stone and Alex Stone just behind, weaving their way towards us. You'll see now what this stage layout looks like. It's a long right-hander, sweeps and sweeps and sweeps, and then hard on the brakes and a flick of the handbrake, just like that. Fast left, fast right, cut, and away up the straight. Pretty much exactly as I would have done when I'm driving my Skoda Rally 2 on the way to work tomorrow morning. We can dream, can't we? Eh? So that was car 1, currently second in the rally, and this man here, or these men here, are leading the way. John and Alex Stone, big cut. On the way out, kicking up a bit of gravel, a bit of muck onto the road. Just noticed in the the hairpin right at the very start. The stage got really tight. There's a lot of tight. So I want to spin as well. Oh, right in front of John Griffiths. Nathan Bolton, Phil Kenny making their way past us, but the hairpin at the start of the stage. Nick Stamper spun the DS3 Rally R5 right in front of John Griffiths, who did an amazing job to avoid it actually, and get around the back of the car. That could have been quite nasty, but valuable time lost there for John and Emma in their pursuit of. And another spin, exactly the same. Two hairpins, two spins then for Nick Stamper. James Garner has got John Stone all over the back window. John Stone struggling to get by. James needs to let him pass. John's going to lose time, valuable time here. Dying to get past him. This is for the rally lead, remember. John Griffiths has lost time. John Stone losing time now. That Darian's going to have the legs up the straight, which is really not going to please John Stone. Next up then, Jamie McBain, clear road for Jamie at the minute. He's managed to come out well in front of Nathan Bolton. Nathan rotating that Fiesta Rally 2 round on a sixpence. So, John Griffiths now right. More traffic for John Griffiths. This is not good. We'll have to see how John Stone fares in a second as well. Excellent stuff. Mark Ewing realising the situation and letting John and Emma through at the earliest convenience. Really good stuff. Nick Stamper then. Let's try again on the handbrake. Not quite as well. Didn't lose as much time this time round though. Phil and Katie Burton are John Stone's next target. John's got the bit between his teeth now. James Garner absolutely sideways as you like in the Darien as well. It's all going off. It's almost worth the wait, wasn't it? This is great. Lots happening and all at breakneck speed. Craig Pennington is our next customer into this little section of stage. Can barely keep up. Dancing the back end of that Porsche. Lovely stuff. Jamie and Keelan in the Peugeot 205, currently third overall. They'll have the back end of that yellow Pennington Motorsport Porsche GT3 RS. It's a red rag to a bull. That little 205 will be chomping at the bit to try and catch up, and it is doing as well. Martin Hodgson in car 10 with Tony Jones alongside. Sam Coleman guiding Mark Ewing in the R5 Fiesta. Third time lucky then for Nick Stamper. He has Nigel Wetton breathing down his neck this time round. There's a breather hose by the looks of it. Possible brake ducting hose or a breather hose on the front of John Stone's Polo, hanging off the front of the car. So Paul, if you're listening, front corner of the car's got a breather hose hanging off it. Have a look at that when it gets back to service. Martin Farrer in the Subaru. I told you, Jamie. I told you Jamie McBain had told you Jamie McBain had a car killing, a giant killing car. I'll keep an eye on the times coming in and we'll see how things are shaping up after this one. But it's all go at the minute. Car 15, Ian Barclay, Sue Plater, currently 10th overall in the Evo. Go on, Nige. There we go. Little hesitant on the handbrake first time round was Nige, but this time much better. Still getting used to the car. First time out for Nige and Louise Wetton in their newly acquired 208. Dave Riley, Gary Dillon in the Evo, bouncing over the sausage curbing. Who doesn't like a sideways Porsche? Brilliant stuff. Car 19, this is Rob Watson, Josh Watson. Ken Sturdy, Glyn Thomas in the Talbot Avenger 2 litre. Now I think this is an extra lap round. I think Mark Ewing has done one lap more than he should have done. Should come past us 3 times. Go on, Nige. There we go. He's getting the hang of that. He's getting the hang of that car. Looking good, that 208 GTI. And a bit of peace and quiet comes to the stage for a moment. The rain is falling, only little bits and bobs at the minute, just spots here and there, but it's definitely here. I'm hoping this is all we're going to get. There is definitely rain in the air. Dave Riley, Gary Dillon, car 16 making their way through the shot. And next up will be Rob Watson again in the blue Escort. Oh, have a moment to breathe, I think. It was quite the start, wasn't it? Ken Sturdy dancing the Talbot Avenger around this tight hairpin. I imagine as this rain starts to fall, it gets a little bit greasier out there. This long sweeping right-hander might be trickier and trickier. Ian Barclay, Sue Plater, car 15. Heading around there last time. Rain just starting to fall a little bit more now. Maybe just enough to start affecting a little bit of grip levels, maybe. But we're not quite yet. Okay, let's see where we're at. It seems to have fallen fairly quiet at the minute. The we've got a stage stoppage. We've still got cars going into stage. Maybe there's been a halt in proceedings, but we're back up and running again now. Jamie McDonald says it started raining in Lincoln. It's going to start here. Well, it's going to start. It is started here. It does look quite bright behind, so I'm hoping this is just a passing shower. That would be good. You don't want to get too wet. Colin Keelan is watching from Auchenblay. Woodford's after videos. As if you've got nothing else better to do today, Woodford. Get off your phone. Come on. You should be concentrating. You should be studying the next stage map. The Mighty Micro. Of Jonathan Hudson and Tom Worrell. It's a point well made, actually. Producer Wayne. No Tom Stockdale currently. There is a Gary Carver. Yeah, the person who was fourth overall actually got pipped by... nicely done. Pete Barnett, Madison Barnett, in the Subaru. Yeah, pipped by Jamie McBain and Keelan Watkins on the last stage. Maybe it was because of an issue. Not here on stage 5. So possible problems then for Tom Stockdale, although we haven't got to his number yet, so unless he's dropped back into his slot, we will see. Car 21, Clive Hitchman and Dave Hackney in the E36 3 litre. We have a Gary Carver just pirouetting around on the runway over there. The rain is starting to fall heavier and heavier now. Straight at me again. It's like it's been back in Wales. Jonathan Hudson in the Micro. Kevin Wilson. James Worth in the Sunbeam Lotus. Stuart Tomlinson, car 26, chasing them down. So no Tom Stockdale by the looks of things. That's a real shame for Tom. It's going well. Battle on stage then. Subaru versus Mitsubishi. Car 29, Mark Blenkinsop, Adam Blenkinsop on their first run round. Getting out of the way. Allowing Pete Barnett to come through, and Gary Carver's right on the back bumper now. Lee Ryan, Jake Sims next to hunt down that little quartet. Car 30, Hazel Johnson, Steve Butler in the Renault Clio 182. We're starting to get greasy out there now. Wipers going. So just a quick flick to the results. Well, I'll bring you results very shortly. There's a few discrepancies at the minute, so let's let them sort themselves out before we get too carried away with things. We will. There's a lot of differences to what I was expecting there, so let's let the results update themselves first. Car 37 we just saw have a little bit of a spin. That's Mark Turner and Emma Cooper in the BMW Mini R50. Stuart Wilson, Lewis Clark just behind in the Subaru. Kevin Williams back through again. This is the Citroen Saxo. Rob Kasner, Graham Stevenson leading their class. It's an Escort trying to clear its throat. Car 35 is with us, just James Palmer-Smith, David Palmer-Smith. John Bray chasing them down in the day glow coloured MG. Dick Major then. Next up for us, car 42. Stephen McNulty alongside in the Mitsubishi Evo 9. No more spins for the Mini. Ethel Johnson back with us in the Clio. Ooh, I thought the door was left open then as well, I'll be honest with you. James Edwards had his wits about him then to dive out of the issue. Well, this is good to see. The Nova's back with us. Dave Atwell, Mark Watkins. Flying along. No. But I don't know who we have and who we haven't had because the times are all a bit skewy for the minute. I'll try and update the times in a minute, but rallies.info, a couple of issues on rallies.info by the looks of things with timings. Well, certainly no Tom Stockdale, and by the looks of things, no sorry, I'm just watching the cone in the middle of the road. No Mark Jasper either in the Escort. Marshall making his way over to the cone. Car! There we go, just trying to get out of the way. Very difficult to do a job around here when you've got so many cars coming at short intervals. Done well as the Marshal. That poor little Nova. That poor little Nova's going to need one hell of a rest after this. Dave Attwell. We should be rating them again around this corner, shouldn't we? We were rating them earlier around the other hairpin. We should have been rating them around this one. If you've been watching the live stream all the way through this stage, please let me know who's been your best around this corner. We had quite a busy start to the stage, didn't we, where cars were all coming at the same time. And some real commitment, certainly from Mr. Pennington in the Porsche again. Jamie McBain in the Peugeot, and as you saw there, Dave Attwell in the little Nova. And more triers to come. Don't forget, we haven't Mr. Woodford yet, so you never know. Flames out to the Evo 9, Vic Major. Darren Sanderson in the little 205, Charlie Sanderson alongside. Sherwood and Harriet Worth. If there's anybody out there wondering how to care and look after your Vauxhall Nova, that is not the way to look after your Vauxhall Nova. But you know what? I love it. I absolutely love it. Believe it or not, that car has retired once today. It's been parked up on the infield after it blew an outer CV joint. Not surprisingly when you see it like that, but it's back with us now. They fixed the car and they're back out again having some fun, so great to see. Brian Marquis, Stuart Delph in the 106. They've got Robert and Richard Locke breathing down their neck. Lyddon Legends Vauxhall Astra GTE. Gary Dixon, David Baines, 2.1 litre 16 valve car. I feel there might be some more rain on its way, if not already here. It looked like it was brightening up, but now I can see rain in the air again, so this is going to be a little bit more persistent this time round. Sean and Tom Stanfield, local boys Board Motor Club, in the R53, the supercharged version of the Mini Cooper S. Rain's certainly going to start to make things interesting. BMW Mini versus BMW Z3 coming into shot next. Car 51. Sister cars, Mr. Woodford. This is William Lumley Holmes, David Robinson. That's one of the R50 Minis, run by Spark Developments. We have a whole plethora of Minis out this week. Well, cars actually, not just Minis. Cars in general. Lots of cars to field this weekend. The GTE Astra muscling its way past the Peugeot. Okay, next up, car 59, Ian Barnes and Devlin Johnson in the Ford KA 1.3, and they've got Mr. Woodford approaching them in the background. I can see in the distance as the rain starts to really come down now. Now we're getting wet. This certainly will make a mess of the the surface. So anyone out there on dry tyres, like Mr. Woodford will be here, coming into view now. Car 60, Paul and Mason. Super careful. Flick of the hammer, look at that. Oh, hey! That's the way to do it. Why not? If you can't go fast in the conditions, go sideways at least. Love it. Well, we are getting absolutely drenched now, as you can see on camera. Harry Rayler, Kieran Murcott-Ledger. Charlie Garner and Jack Cuttle in that 2 litre 205. Next up for us. Flick of the handbrake, Robert Locke, Richard Locke. Car 57, this is David Martin, Harry Walshaw. Another of the 2 litre 205 brigade. Just have a look at the Martini colour scheme on the side of this Fiesta. Very simple but very striking. It's a lovely looking car. You can see how the conditions have changed now. Car 63. Matthew and Ellie Arnold. Steady as she goes. Don't want any heroics. It's not the time or conditions for that. Jamie Wilson, John Pinder in the 107. I've got the BMW and the BMW Mini. And the other BMW, 3 BMWs in a row. This was not in the script. Absolutely lashing down now. Charlie Garner in the 205. Problems for car 65. That's Nigel Patrick Bywater and Sean Wilson. I thought it was hazards on, maybe it was just the indicator. But as you can see, things have taken a turn for the worst. It does look a little bit brighter in the distance, I can see that much, but not ideal at the minute, not ideal at all. Car 67, Ben Marsh, Tom Hutchins in the 1400 MG ZR. Maple Garage Limited backed MG. And this is Aston Baker, first ever rally in the Rallying Is Life MG. Lovely looking car, going really well. Team Woodford hunting down the Peugeot 107 and making an easy pass up the long back straight. Final time around for those two. Unfortunately, the phone is going to have to go away because it's that wet now. it's pressing things it shouldn't be, and I'm going into all sorts of different things. So the phone has gone away. We've only got a few more cars to go before we end this live stream of stage 5. You can see Paul and Mason diving for the finish of the stage over there, so that's been another positive stage for the crew, considering the conditions. Oliver Yates, James Wilkinson in their Mini. Car 65 still going. Nigel Patrick, Bywater and Sean Wilson. Indicators not on anymore, so maybe they're all right. You can see the pace has changed somewhat from there earlier on when it was dry. Make no mistake, these guys are poodling around the stages, and not because they aren't quick, it's just purely the surface. There's that fabulous little Panda again. So stage 5 is coming to a close now. I'll leave you with the parting shots of the last few crews as we've seen everybody through past our cameras now. We will start to get ourselves dried off and in position, ready for the next stage to come live to you. This is Aston Baker making his way around the hairpin again. Just 17 years old. Hoping to one day drive the MG Metro, the Rallying Is Life Metro. Got a few years to go yet, I think. Not sure Dan will be letting you out on that one just yet. Right then, all I can do is sign off, and we'll see you for the next stage, where hopefully it'll be cracking the flags and as sunny as ever again in Lincolnshire. We don't want any more of this wet stuff. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we hope to see you very shortly for stage 7.